And the next game is The Surge. Now, The Surge I have played for a couple of hours already because I really liked the look of it before I started making this video. So I'm going to continue my existing save game because, I mean, I'll sort of explain it as I go, but basically you do the same levels and parts over and over again, and each time you earn different bits, and you can then build different things so that you can finally progress to the next section, and then you do that over and over and over again, and each time you do it you get slightly further along. It's kind of hard to explain. You can see at the moment you are I don't want to spoil it for you, the story, in case you do want to play it. And I suggest that you do, because it is pretty decent. But my guy at the moment has got an exosuit on. Now, you get to these med bays in various levels around the world. They're like the starting point of each level. And every time you finish a level, or decide to give up and come back, you come back here, and you can save the scrap metal that you've collected and put it into a bank almost. And then you can use that bank to increase the power output of your mech suit and things like that. And you can change your implants. At the moment I've got an implant which just gives me a health boost, which is quite handy. And as you level up you get more of these. Like at the moment my core power consumption is 24 out of 24. Once I get to 25 I get another implant space. And my rig is just a basic rig Mark 1. There you go, that's what the rig looks like. It's surgically implanted, which was pretty grim to watch, I have to say. And you can choose from a few jumpsuits, but I like the original blue. The others look a bit too for me. Maybe if with different weapons or stuff it'll look different. Now, when you start off you get given a few blueprints to build a couple of arms and legs, but you can't always afford to do that, and it's got the usual kind of construction mechanics of getting different pieces to make different bits. 2 legs, 2 arms, a head, a chest, and they all have different things. Now you have to capture a limb before you can build it.
Have a nice day.
And to capture a limb you have to chop it off of somebody before you kill them. So let me demonstrate. As you run around, these guys will start to wake up. This guy isn't waking up. Oh, here we go. Literally every other time I've played this, he's just come straight up. Alright, so you can choose which part of the body to aim for. Let's say I don't have his weapon yet. I'm going to try and make a swing for it. And you have to beat him up enough to get that prompt where you can then rip the arm and the weapon off of his body. Bam. And if I didn't already have that weapon, I would then have earned the weapon. And I've also got the schematics for his arm gear. Now, this is just the first level. It's very basic. You find little bits and secrets dotted about, and lots of these slightly deranged cybernetic people. If you attack a limb that isn't armoured, you get to do much more damage much faster, but you don't get any loot from it, just tech scrap. So sometimes you might want to attack an armoured bit if you want to get it. Other times you might want to attack an unarmoured bit to kill them quickly. Now combat, I'm told, is a lot like Dark Souls, because you have a light attack, a fast attack, and a slower, stronger attack, and you can target different parts of the body. I've never played Dark Souls, certainly never played it well enough to say that I've had a decent go of it, but I gather it's kind of similar with the fairly brutal combat, and you can die very quickly when it goes wrong. So I've actually already built everything. Okay, oh, I pressed the wrong button to block. Whoops. I've built everything you can build in this level, I think. So to get any further I'd have to progress to the next level, and I'm not good at this type of fighting, so I haven't got very far. I'm taking my time. You can, if you like, progress forward quickly and just, you know, run through enemies and get to the next level. As long as you've got enough power in your suit to overload door locks, you can progress as fast as you like. However, I'm a bit sketchy about going forward because I'm not good at this game, as I've said. So I'm taking it slow, I'm building up everything. I've built a full suit, as you can see. First time you come through here, you just have a weapon with no arms or legs, and you have to build up to it. And as you go through each level, you unlock shortcuts by opening doors, and these shortcuts mean you can get back to base when you're injured, and basically bank the scrap and everything you've got up to this point. They're not always safe though, but you see I've unlocked this door, which means I can run back over to my base, bank the scrap I've collected,
this is not a scheduled break time,
and upgrade myself. So I can bank it, and then there you go. I can increase my core power to 25 by spending the scrap, and there you go. Got a new implant slot. I don't have any spare implants to put in. I've already got all of them installed, but now if I find any more, I can get them. As for building more, parts, I've got all the parts I need. Unfortunately, I chose to be the heavy class, which is the Rhino. So the arms and legs are big, yellow, chunky. They're like the tank. But my body gear and headgear are Lynx, which are the lightweight ones. Now, I can't find yet, I haven't progressed enough to find any of the bigger head and body gear. So I need to get further through the game to do that. And I'm not good enough to, basically. I haven't played it enough. But now, if I come back out, this guy gets back up again. I get to do it all over again. Every time you come out, the same people come up to kill you. They're in the same place. It gets a little repetitive, but I suspect most people don't play it through quite as much as I have. Now, I actually don't have his weapon, because I've never actually managed to chop one off properly. And it does that weird dancing in the air thing, and then disappearing. I've never actually managed to capture one of those swords. But yeah, it's a very atmospheric game. You feel very alone. You feel slightly creeped out, and the bosses are almost impossible to kill, so I can't really show you a huge amount more of the game. Which is a shame, but obviously there is a story to it. I'm not going to tell you what the story is, because it's pretty good, and it's interesting. There are little bots all over the place that will attack you if they see you. There are lots of little hidden areas with secret bits in, and I mean, it looks amazing. This is just the first level. It's like a spaceship construction yard, and it's immense. I gotta say, the game looks brilliant. I'm not doing it justice because I'm not good enough to play the game properly, but hopefully one day I'll get a bit better and I'll be able to update this. But for now, I have to say, this game, it's great. I'm really enjoying it. It's just very difficult. It's not the type of game you can play whilst watching TV in the background. You have to be 100% focused on what's going on, otherwise you will lose. If you like Dark Souls and fancy a bit of futuristic action with very similar mechanics, but totally different story and obviously graphics and world, then I urge you to give this a shot, because it is it's fun. It's good. I've tried Dark Souls before and I couldn't get into it because it was a bit too dark for me, basically. I couldn't get into it. Maybe it's not the type of game for me, probably. But this game I got into. I've played it for several hours and I intend to play more. But I need to find the time to sit down and play it and like spend a day just dedicated to getting this guy and getting the fighting in my head sorted, so I can I'm trying to fight with my own words in my head now. I'm completely lost. I need to try and practice so I get smooth at fighting, because basically as soon as I go into the more advanced areas, I just get taken down, and it's depressing. But if I spent more than 20 minutes of time playing this game, I'd pick it up and it would be great. So I suggest you do the same. It's a great little place to explore, and I look forward to finding out what the rest of the story is. So, on to the next game. Sudden Strike 4. I've never played this before. Gonna jump straight into the tutorial.
Capture the railway station.
Capture the railway station. Sudden Strike 4 is a real-time strategy. Looks like it's World War II. Sounds like it too. We'll see. Yep, this is definitely World War II. Okay, yeah, tutorial. Yep. Okay.
We need to capture the railway station. Have your men scout ahead and find a safe route for our armored division.
Oh, I appear to be German.
Move your point of view to the marked locations and familiarize yourself with your surroundings.
Okay, so it's arrow keys to move the point of view. Cool.
Select
For
your vehicle
WASD,
and
but
move
fair
straight
enough.
ahead.
Move the cursor above your unit and click.
Commandant, move your vehicle to the marked location.
The slight delay between verbal instruction and it appearing is irritating as shit.
There's a bridge nearby, Herr Commandant.
A bridge?
Excellent. Approach it with care.
Zu Befehl. Na los!
This is reminded me of Company of Heroes, but I know that this is actually, I think, an older game series. Graphics seem pretty decent. Not mind-blowing, but playable. Oh, I've got a scout
Engage them
plane.
at once.
Americans. Or not Germans.
Feuer!
The scout plane's a nice touch.
Volltreffer!
They probably shouldn't have been lying out in the
Get
open.
away with what they
Really.
know. Pursue and eliminate them.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Ja, Kommandant? Ziel unter Beschuss nehmen!
It's all good and well telling me not to let them get away, but if you're
In Bewegung, Kommandant!
not going to let me actually click on them, there's a
They're
problem.
damped. The bridge is blocked. You need to find an alternate route.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Have your men find us a ford to cross the river and eliminate the AT gun.
Okay, well I found the ford. You can create control groups by doing exactly what we've been doing in Command and Conquer games for ages and ages and ages.
We found a suitable crossing, Herr Commandant.
Yeah, I've already found the crossing.
Get moving, men!
I want to move. You're not letting me move. Let me move.
Na los!
Hopefully it's just the tutorial that's this bad and not the game itself. I imagine the game itself has been designed with much more care than this tutorial. Okay, so you can hide in vegetation. That's a nice touch. I suspect I'm going to be slightly exposed
Bewegung, Soldaten!
in the ford. To say the least. I have to say I haven't been into real-time strategies for a very, very long time, but actually recently I've been really enjoying some. Okay, so fire at will. I want to turn fire at will off because I want to sneak up on this anti-tank gun.
We have a visual on the enemy AT gun, Herr Commandant.
Eliminate the crew and capture the gun.
Ziel unter Beschuss nehmen! Volltreffer! Ziel unter Beschuss nehmen!
Now the gun's mine.
Befehle verstanden.
Enemy armor sighted.
Bring
Okay.
that gun about and hold the bridge with it.
So it looks
until
like a
our
tank has just
battalion
turned up.
arrives.
I'm trying to turn it around.
Koordinaten, Kommandant? Auf dem Weg! Einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Bewegung, Soldaten!
I don't know what's happening here. Okay, these are my reinforcements though, aren't they?
Ja, Kommandant? Befehle? Auf dem Weg! Artillerie! Feuer! Ja, Kommandant? Feuer! Na los! Sie zerstört!
These
Feuer!
Russian tanks? I guess they're Russian tanks. T-32s or something.
Volltreffer!
Wunderbar. Form up and proceed towards the railway station.
It's really annoying that when they're talking I can't actually take control of anything.
Wir sind einsatzbereit, Kommandant.
And how do I make this move? Or can I not? Do I no longer have control of it? Okay, I no longer have control of anything other than those two tanks. Nice of them to tell me that. Slightly confusing.
Jawohl!
Herr Commandant, one of our tanks suffered critical damage and has lost its tracks.
Is that why there's a repair
Get a
truck
repair
that's just been
truck
given
and
to
fix
my
that vehicle
command?
before advancing further. We need to use every asset we have at our disposal.
This isn't annoying.
Hier kommt der Nachschub.
Yep, damage, repair vehicles. Can only repair critical damage. Cool. Does that mean they can't repair... Alright, they can't repair health, but they can repair a critical damage event. I see. Yes. The second tutorial was not required. One was more than enough. That's pretty cool. I'm liking the attention to detail there.
Wunderbar. Form up and proceed towards the railway station.
The voice
We're
actor.
nearly blind in these
Wunderbar.
tanks without infantry support, Herr Feldwebel.
Well done.
Open the hatch and you'll see much farther, soldier.
Okay.
Ja, Kommandant?
Select one of your tanks and use the open hatch command to see much further.
Form up and proceed towards the railway station.
I really wish he'd stop saying wunderbar
Ja, Kommandant?
and would say wunderbar or something along those lines. Wunderbar is just
Einsatzbereit, Kommandant.
almost offensive.
Ja, Kommandant. Befehle, Kommandant?
This is why I don't like the arrow keys being scrolling, because my hand is nowhere near the numerical
Armor
keys.
at the entrance.
Bereit zum Angriff.
Circle behind it and shoot at its weak point.
Beeilung! Befehle, Kommandant? Ja, Kommandant?
I can't get back in again, apparently. You've just told me this, why are you telling me this again?
Der Feind!
Feuer! I am impressed. The station is ours.
I mean, the game feels good, but the tutorial feels like it's for morons.
I still don't understand how the Polish managed to keep us at
Our
bay
successors
so
in
long.
Poland have brought the French into the arena and we are being relocated to the west. I can't wait to show them what German soldiers are made of. So Poland's down, now we're going to France. Cool. So is that the entire tutorial?
Follow the instructions.
Yes, it
and
was.
capture the
Okay. Well, I feel like there may be slightly more complex things that I need to look at. But okay, fine. Guess let's hit it. Okay, so I can choose different characters, different leaders. What does that do? Okay, expert of infantry warfare and tactics, discipline, firm command. So I get, I don't know, are these things I can unlock during this game or things I can go towards unlocking? I don't know. Infantry aims more accurately, hand grenades, and piggybacking. Okay, so I can stick infantry on tanks. This guy has okay, crew members always survive the vehicle destroying, and hatch lookout. So you can get the commander out the commander out the top of the tank, and you can see further, but it's vulnerable. And Fedor von Bock has artillery units, fire with more accuracy. Engineers can heal up to 50% as well as mending critical damage. Infantry have smoke grenades, and recon vehicles, etc. have the ability to pull towed guns. Alright, so we've got infantry, tanks, and support, which is actually what it says right next to the name. I could have just figured that one out straight away. And I'm gonna go with infantry.
Cross the bridge over the River Mars before the French blow it up.
Cross the bridge before the French blow it up.
Eliminate enemy bunkers and other
So just leg it, basically. Battle of Sedan.
Cross the bridge over the River Mars before the French blow it up.
Okay, so tanky poos. Okay, already number 1. Infantry is 2. What's 3?
Einsatzbereit, Kommandant.
Just a
Infanterie
secondary one
einsatzbereit.
with no medics. Okay. And 9 is repair. Cool.
Befehle? Befehle? Feindliche Einheiten. Bewegung, Soldaten. Zu Befehl. Bestätigt. Na los! Bereit für die Schlacht. Zu Befehl.
Okay, that seemed to work okay.
Einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Beeilung! Bereit für die Schlacht.
Good critical damage. I don't need to repair this though, do I?
Hier kommt der Nachschub.
Well, I can repair it and then use it.
Jawohl.
Brilliant. Sorry guys.
Infanterie einsatzbereit. Na los! Bewegung! Erwarte Befehle. Feindliche Einheiten. Eröffne Feuer. Erwarte Befehle. Zielen. Ja, Kommandant. Angriff! Infanterie meldet sich zum Dienst. Bewegung, Soldaten.
Do you have like a maybe lie down? You do have a lie down button. You don't.
Fahrzeug funktionstüchtig.
You have attack move. No, you don't. Alright.
In Bewegung,
What?
Kommandant.
Tell you what then.
Einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Infanterie einsatzbereit. Infanterie meldet sich zum Dienst. Zu Befehl. Bewegung, Soldaten.
How many people can go in the light tank?
Bereit für die Schlacht. Infanterie einsatzbereit. Bewegung, Soldaten. Ja, Kommandant. Befehle? Jawohl. Fahrzeug funktionstüchtig. In Bewegung, Kommandant.
Alright, so my guys are on tanks. My tanks are all fixed. Let's smash it.
Befehle? Na los!
Okay, so if I was a tank guy, I could capture the tank and put my guys in the vehicle. And if I was a support guy, I could tow the thing. If that's an infantry guy,
Fahrzeug
I can
funktionstüchtig.
capture tanks. And put my men in them. That's cool.
Befehle, Kommandant?
And your men must hurry and cross the Mars before the French rally.
Bereit zum Angriff. In Bewegung, Kommandant. Ziel in Sicht. Erwarte Befehle.
Hopefully these guys can
We
take this
managed
lot
to blow
down
up the bridge
before
in time. Now we must find another way across the river.
the taking the bridge down.
I suggest you
Gosh.
try building a pontoon bridge over one of the fords. Watch out, though. The riverbanks are heavily fortified by French bunkers. Pay special attention to the defense of the repair vehicles. Without those units, we won't be able to build a pontoon bridge.
Beeilung!
So where can I build a pontoon bridge? Down here. Alright, I'm going to build it up the top.
Befehle, Kommandant? Bestätigt!
Reinforcements arrived.
Beeilung!
Brilliant.
Befehle? Infanterie meldet sich zum Dienst. Bewegung, Soldaten! Bereit für die Schlacht.
Befehle? Sanitäter unterwegs.
Erwarte Befehle. Befehle, Kommandant?
Hat jemand den Doktor gerufen?
Befehle? Befehle, Kommandant? Verstanden. Befehle? Bewegung! Zu Befehl. Befehle, Kommandant? Infanterie einsatzbereit. Wir sind einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Feind gesichtet!
Might as well get all of them on, I suppose.
Bereit zum Angriff. Wir sind einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Zu Befehl. Verstanden.
My mouse is playing it.
Bewegung.
Reload.
Einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Fahrzeug funktionstüchtig. Bereit zum Angriff. Wir sind einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Infanterie meldet sich zum Dienst. Wir sind einsatzbereit, Kommandant. In Bewegung, Kommandant.
Come on, guys. So you have them then.
Hier kommt der Nachschub.
Build a pontoon bridge.
In Bewegung,
There.
Kommandant.
Okay, got my spy plane coming
Hier
over.
kommt der Nachschub.
Wicked.
Na los! Fahrzeug funktionstüchtig. Auf dem
Looks like
Weg!
they've got a supply tank coming up as well.
Wir sind einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Bereit. Feindliche Einheiten
What's the
gesichtet.
tractor? Now I feel bad.
Bewegung. Bereit für die Schlacht. Bewegung, Soldaten. Feuer eröffnen. Fahrzeug funktionstüchtig. In Bewegung, Kommandant. Wir sind einsatzbereit, Kommandant.
Sorry if I'm got a bit quiet. This is quite intense. I'm quite nervous. It's good though. I'm enjoying it. It's very responsive. Too many RTS games are very sluggish, especially when they go to 3D. Everything just has a really clunky, slow movement, and these are realistically slow, but they're not unbearable. Although this guy, trying to get around this guy is causing me some kind of problem.
Bridge ready, Herr Kommandant.
Alright,
Jawohl.
let's get you over here.
Well done.
Wir reparieren und füllen nach.
Destroy the artillery bunker ahead.
Fahrzeug funktionstüchtig.
Come on then, boys.
Verstanden.
Got to destroy an artillery bunker. Doesn't that just sound fun?
Ja, Kommandant.
Artillery units have arrived. Use them wisely.
Would have been great if I had them earlier.
Jawohl. Beeilung.
Okay, no, they're still getting
Bewegung,
there.
Soldaten. Feindliche Einheiten.
Get in.
Bewegung.
Ist jemand verletzt?
Get in.
Ist jemand verletzt?
Artillerie einsatzbereit. Bestätigt. Fahrzeug
I really,
funktionstüchtig.
really wish they would have told me about that before I sent my tanks over the bridge. Because now they're going to get smashed to pieces.
Erwarte Befehle. Verstanden. Feuer. Einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Auf dem Weg. Wir sind einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Zerstört. Beeilung. Artillerie einsatzbereit.
Right, I'll use my artillery to attack the ground. Can they shoot from there? Time will tell.
Bewegung, Soldaten! Zu Befehl! Feuer! Befehle, Kommandant?
Okay, so this is not going very well.
Volltreffer!
Let's get my tanks up there. So I can clear out this bunker properly. As soon as I can see it, I can get my stubs actually hitting it properly. Oh, tanks, no. No.
Bewegung, Kommandant! Artillerie einsatzbereit!
That's a beefy thing. Oh, I've got a tank down. Okay, no. Let's change that.
Kommandant!
Protect this guy.
Befehle? Beeilung!
Get
Befehle?
my repair guys in.
Befehle? Feuer! Jawohl!
Right. Wasn't too hard, was it? Now I've just got to crush their main bunkers. Easy enough.
Feuer! Befehl Feind gesichtet! Feuer! Auf dem Weg!
Supply vehicle.
Ja, Kommandant?
Repair vehicle.
Erwarte Befehle. Hier kommt der Nachschub.
How long everything is going to take a little while.
Transporter meldet sich zum Dienst.
And some
Infanterie in
people.
Bewegung. Artillerie einsatzbereit. Jawohl. Ja, Kommandant. Jawohl.
Do I want to go straight up the middle? I think I should probably go over the hill.
Zu Befehl. Angriff! Das wäre einer weniger.
Right.
Jawohl.
If I secure this area,
Bewegung. Verstanden. Bereit zum Angriff.
then I can get my
Einsatzbereit, Kommandant.
artillery up
Kanone
here,
versetzt. Zu Befehl.
get my support
Beeilung.
over here on the
Wir
road.
reparieren und füllen nach. Bewegung, Soldaten. Einsatzbereit, Kommandant.
Oh, it's
Erwarte
done.
Befehle.
There's something there.
Angriff! Zu Befehl.
Should have more
Ja,
than one
Kommandant.
group of tanks. Right?
Bestätigt. Erwarte Befehle. Befehle? Bereit zum Angriff. Bestätigt. Zu Befehl. Fahrzeug funktionstüchtig. Feuer! Feindliche
Oh, a
Einheit
teeny weeny
gesichtet.
tank.
Jawohl! Jawohl!
This is another one of those games where I feel
Artillerie einsatzbereit.
I'm not going to be able
Hier kommt der Nachschub. Bewegung! Transporter
to play
einsatzbereit.
it to its full potential because I'm not very good at this type of game. However, it does feel very
Der Feind
forward.
bereit für die Schlacht. Angriff! Super! Feuer!
I do feel like I'm genuinely having a good time, which is actually quite unusual
Koordinaten, Kommandant.
with
Feuern
RTSs.
aus allen Rohren! Wir sind einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Jawohl!
Firing up the flare, I guess that means they think they're in trouble.
Feuer! Befehle, Kommandant. Ziel unter Beschuss nehmen! Befehle, Kommandant. Fahrzeug funktionstüchtig.
Oh, there's something nasty up there. Hopefully I can just keep those guys parked up and that'll be safe.
Ziel in Sicht. Eröffne Feuer. Volltreffer.
It does help, I suppose, that my tanks are ludicrous. Where's my damaged tank?
Wir reparieren und füllen nach. Fahrzeug funktionstüchtig. Feuer! Feuer! Artillerie einsatzbereit. Feuer! Ja, Kommandant. Volltreffer.
That's how it's done.
In Bewegung, Kommandant.
Just driving these tanks straight up the wall. It'll be completely fine, I'm sure.
Gesichtet. Auf dem Weg.
No need to worry about doing things softly.
Infanterie einsatzbereit. Befehle? Angriff! Volltreffer. Jawohl.
I'm just going to combine the artillery and the tanks together because they seem to be performing the same function of just blasting everything.
Infanterie meldet sich zum Dienst. Hier kommt der Nachschub. Ja, Kommandant.
I don't really even need to be telling them what to do because if they just drive near things, they kill them all. Give me aware with the bunker over there, but I don't really need to worry too much about it.
Jawohl. Ziel unter Beschuss nehmen. Jawohl.
Because that'll fix it.
Bereit zum Angriff. Beeilung.
Let's advance.
Bereit für die Schlacht. In Bewegung, Kommandant. Wir reparieren und füllen nach.
There's a
Einsatzbereit,
tank of
Kommandant.
some sort over here, or artillery.
Ziel in Sicht.
Better go clear that out.
Erwarte Befehle. Angriff! Bereit zum Angriff.
Oh, no, he's down as well. That's
Bereit zum Angriff.
Less
In
good.
Bewegung, Kommandant. Beeilung! Beeilung! Na los!
okay. I've actually got a lot of tanks coming now. Oh, it's an anti-tank gun
Kanone
as
wird
well.
versetzt.
Okay, so I'm out of ammo
Wir
on
reparieren und füllen nach.
some of these, I assume.
Wir sind einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Der Feind! Feuer eröffnen!
Let's save a few.
Feind vernichtet! Jawohl!
Whoops.
Jawohl! Feuer!
Quite tricky to actually balance all the
Super! Jawohl! Feind vernichtet!
different requirements. Right.
Verstanden! Bewegung!
Let's unload everything. Oh wow. So everything's just stopped
Jawohl.
moving because I told it to unload. That's not great.
Jawohl!
Oh god. I see. Unload everything means get out of the tanks you're driving.
Infanterie in Bewegung! Jawohl!
When I meant just unload. Oh god.
Befehle? Bewegung, Soldaten!
I meant unload the
Erwarte Befehle!
people who were on your tanks, not unload everything. That was stupid.
Auf dem Weg! Hier kommt der Nachschub.
Alright, so now I'm a little short on tanks. As I got out of them like an idiot. But hopefully I should be able to finish it anyway.
Erwarte Befehle!
Unload passengers. Yeah, there we go. That makes more sense, doesn't it?
Befehle?
Alright. You've achieved an outstanding victory today. Let's just ignore the fact that in the middle of a battle, all of the crew of all of the tanks just jumped out of the tanks and ran around for a bit, confused. Happens to every good invasion, right? Alright, so there are achievements and stuff, and I don't want to see. I did really badly. I am bad at this. But
Wednesday,
this
May 15th,
is obviously a very big
Full gelb.
and very detailed game. So I have to say it's definitely worth the $12. And that's the end of this video. So if you want to see me play Kona and Forge Battalion in the next video, episode 4, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on Nubs Games.